Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. October 13th, 12 variant. Okay, and question number is in this worksheet is 73 number. Concentrate. First part, we must just know it. Equation of curve is mentioned here. All right. And ABC, the coordinates x values are 1 to 5. It means I can say at at A, x value is 1, at B, x value is 2, at C, x value is 5. He said point P, move along curve, x coordinate, he mentioned clearly the x coordinate increases at a constant rate is this much. So I'm writing below, so dx by dt is given 0.04, increasing whenever the word increases come. It means positive. You write this positive sign or you don't write, no problem at all. And find the rate at which the y coordinates is changing as it passes through A. As passes through A. A means 1. So it means dy over dt is my task. Dy over dt is a question at A, I mean x equal to 1. So let's start part first. Can I do, what is the way I will bring it up? Because before we start differentiation, we have to bring it up. Power x will come up. Power comes down and power 1 less, and 2x becomes 2. So negative 8 over x to power 2 plus 2. This is dy over dx. Now students, at 1 or at A, same thing. So I get dy over dx. If I plug in 1 in this place, I get a negative 8 and negative 6. And I use chain rule. So by chain rule, whenever more than two variable use like x, y, and t. So more than two will use, we must use chain rule, okay? And what's the task? What's the target? Start from there. So dy over dt is my job to find. I will write two fractions. This will come in the first numerator, so dy. This will go in second denominator, dt. Now, I have used y and t, as you can see, what left behind x, so will come here and here. So dx up and dx down, that's it. And this value I will get from here, and this will I'll get from there, and simplify, and that's it. And answer is turned to be dy over dt is negative 6 into 0.04. And if I multiply 6 times to 0.04, students, I get it negative 0.24. And because x units per second, and this negative stands for decreasing. He may ask you, find the rate at which you will write that the word decreasing. This negative sign itself means decreasing. So let's talk about the volume part. He's saying that if this part of curve, you see, student, look, I show you. Inshallah, I believe you will understand. If I this part of the curve, if I just, you see, this part of curve I drew here. Okay. So this part of curve, if I rotate, so I get this kind of diagram. And this point is a 5, and this point is 2. So it means if I rotate this part of curve about x-axis, I'll get this kind of shape. And basic formula for the area is what? If I want to find this area. So area formula is x1, x2, y dx. But if I want to find volume, so everything same, x1, x2, y dx. Only thing is important, pi outside and square of y function. So let's start this question. Formula I'm going to use below now. So copy from here, I'm going to paste. And volume formula is my task, pi, and lower limit is 2, upper limit is 5. And equation of a curve is this one, 8 over x plus 2x. Okay, you can take this part also, no problem, but here chance of little mistake, so I'm using 8 over x plus 2x and power 2, you know it very well. Let's try to solve it. And what is the basic rule? This is a non-linear base. You know, power x is -1. It's called non-linear base. If I have a non-linear base, students come, we have a one solution only. What is that solution? Expanded. So we have to expand the bracket. Expand the bracket before we start integration. So let's try 2, 5 and first term square plus 2 into first term, second term plus second term square. 8 by x will come in first two bracket and 2x will go in next two brackets. So I am going to complete. Okay, now students, volume part is pi outside 64 over x to power 2 over x to power 2. This x will cancel x. 2 to the 4 8 are 32. So we will get a 32 here plus 4x to power 2 and dx. Now student, the question is ready, but we have to bring it up. This 64x. Now I'll bring it up. Now I will bring it x up before we starting integration. And increase the power by 1 divided by same 32 become 32x. Increase the power by 3 and limit is 2 to 5 and pi keep outside. And please, I suggest you don't put the limits until you simplify maximum. So 4x cubed by 3 and 2 over 5. So first of all, I will plug in 5 in every one value and then I will place 2. So wait a minute, please. Let me check if I plug in first 5, what happens then? 5 to power is 3 and divided by 3. It giving us 4708 by 15. This is I plug in 5 everywhere. Now I plug in 3. So negative 64 over 3 plus 32 into 3 and plus 4 times 2, 9. And I get a 332 over 3. Wait a minute. By 3. So if I check it, 4708 divided by 15 and minus this answer, I got, wait a minute, I think I will check again. Maybe typing mistake. This part is mistake only. By mistake, I plug in 3. I have to plug in 2. So let me recheck. Negative 64 over 2 plus 32 into 2 and plus 4 into 8 divided by 3 is becoming 128 by 3. If I subtract, students, this one, so I get answer 1356 by 3 by 5, sorry, pi unit cube. So Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, I think the point is very clear and question is completely over.